My name is Jonte Samuel. I play the tenor saxophone.
My name is Tabari Lake and I play bass.
My name is Kai Richardson and I play the trumpet.
A lot of years ago when I left home, I would go back and I would see what was happening, culturally. And it kind of stimulated me to really do something about it. A lot of kids would ask me questions and I realized that a lot of questions weren't being answered until I got home. So that kind of put me in a position to come home more and kind of create the mentoring program and create the foundation to make this happen.
Back in middle school, I used to play clarinet, and I had some self-esteem problems. So I was like, man, I gotta choose another instrument. I have to find one that would make me feel better about myself. So I went along with the bass, and I couldn't put it down. I loved it. It was fun. It sounded good, and it looked cool playing. So I couldn't do nothing else.
It was kind of an accident. I was in the school band in elementary school. And I picked the trumpet basically because the trumpet players got to sit in the back of the room. That was basically the reason I picked it. It was nothing really special. But, I grew to love it. So now, I'm happy about that.
Initially I got interested because I always liked the saxophone and quillbay bands. So I took up the instrument in my early teens and just continued from there.
The first time I could recall seeing the mentoring program and being a part of it is in my middle school years. I remember they came to Berkeley Shelter and did a clinic, Ruben Rogers and the other band members. I remember seeing him play bass and wanted to do it too.
Dion, usually visits all the public schools in the Virgin Islands. So he came to my school at the time, which was CAHS, Charlotte Malia High School. And he scooped us up, and he inducted us into his his program, so to speak.
The mentoring program for me has definitely been an outlet to express myself. Just to me, one of the most important things about it. It's also been very educational. I have gotten to study with a lot of musicians. I've gotten to take lessons and see Ruben Rogers play. Different musicians play, like Ron Blake and Rashawn Ross. I got to play with them. I got to come to DZ's and play. It's a real eye-opener because you get exposed to the real world. You get exposed to real world experiences that become reality once you finish school, once you finish education. It continues, and this is a breeding ground for that. This teaches us how to deal with the world.
Some of the things I've learned included professionalism, whether it's in your appearance, in the way you play, and showing up on time, being prompt, and also interacting with the audience, being cordial, receiving thanks politely, and just really making sure to really give back to the community as Dion Parson does every summer with the different teaching programs all across.
It's been very rewarding. We get to travel to different places and teach, younger kids what he taught us. So it's a pleasure, man.
A great sense of push and give. Push in terms of really pushing me forward as a musician, in learning so much on the stage, sharing it with him. Being as a mentor in so many ways, musically, I've just learned so much, and giving back to the children I've been able to talk to, children that were younger than I was learning music. And that's been truly a learning lesson.
It's a great opportunity, you know, to get your foot in the door, you know, as far as, you know, being in the music business. You know, these people, they're professionals, they've been doing it for a long time, and they have the tools to, you know, take you to the top.
Any young person that's into music, into playing, should definitely be a part of the program because it just helps you grow. It really and truthfully, if you want to do music, whether it's jazz, whether it's R&B, whether it's anything, having a foundation, having an outlet, having somebody to look up to is very important, and that's what this mentoring program has been. And I feel like that's what we need. We need to see what we could become. We need to see what we could do, because once we see it, then we could do it. Then it's possible. Then the sky is the limit.
These guys have a good solid foundation. Jante just graduated from Berkeley. Tabari's just finished up his second year at Berkeley, and Kai Richardson is at William Patterson. And these guys have good solid foundations. They've listened, they've really paid attention. They're knuckleheads. We all are. I mean, to be an artist on this level, you know, so that's the challenge, is trying to balance the young adult with the professional musician, which is that threshold that they're about to cross over. So it's a good thing. You know, it's a good thing to see them grow and evolve, and I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. The work that we put into making this event tonight possible, it's been a lot of work. They've been here in New York for the past couple of days rehearsing, and you know, they're getting their feet wet. So I'm happy for them, and this is something that I never had at this level growing up. There was no jazz in Lincoln Center in the 80s when I was growing up. So this is a historical moment for them, for us in the Virgin Islands, for the mentoring program. So I'm really happy.
It is a true blessing to be upon the stage. I mean, can't tell you how grateful I feel to the Virgin Islands and Dion Parsons, to the mentoring program, for allowing me to be here at Dizzy's Club Coca-Cola today.
I still really can't believe it, but you know, that's what it is.
The feeling of playing in this club is an enormous one, because there's so much history that comes with just the name of the place. Dizzy's, you know, Dizzy Gillespie, one of the great jazz trumpet players, and all the jazz greats that have played on this stage, that continue to play on this stage. It's really an honor to be able to do it, because we are not what they are. We're trying to become that. We're striving to be like our idols, and this is a huge stepping stone, because we're playing on the same stage that many of these idols have played on.